Hi, my name is Brendan and welcome to your practice. For practice today, all you will need is yourself, your mat, and a little bit of space. Today's practice is working to alleviate any sort of back pain we may be having. We're going to get started right away in a child's pose. Bringing the big toes to touch at the back of the mat, letting those knees come out nice and wide. We're going to sink those hips all the way back towards the heels, extending those arms nice and long in front of us. We're going to let that forehead come all the way down to the earth, letting that chest fall down towards the mat, letting gravity weigh heavy on the shoulders and heavy on the hips. And taking a couple moments here, really just settling into the space, falling into your breath. With every breath in through the nose, feeling the rib cage expand, pressing in towards the thighs. With every breath out, feel your body compressing, sinking deeper and deeper into the mat. And on that next breath in, can we rise up onto all 10 finger pads, and we're going to slowly begin to walk the hands off towards the left side of our mat. Letting that right hand land down on the outside of the mat. Can we start to send the forehead back down to the earth? We're going to wrap that right shoulder down in space, letting that right hip weigh heavy in space, plugging back towards that right heel. Can we begin to send the breath through the right side of the body, feeling all of the fascia on that right side of the body start to stretch and lengthen. On that next breath in, can we rise back up onto all 10 fingertips? We're going to crawl the hands all the way back through center and over towards the left side of the, or the right side of the mat. That left hand's going to plug down, wrapping that left shoulder down and back in space. That left hip weighs heavy towards the heel. Sending that breath through the left side of the body. Inhale, can we rise back up onto the fingertips? We're going to crawl those hands all the way through center. Now as we inhale, we're going to tuck the tailbone under. We're going to begin to round the spine forwards. We're going to keep coming forwards, and we're slowly going to begin to send those hips all the way down towards the earth, keeping those thighs grounded, wrapping those shoulders down and away from those ears. Can we begin to send the gaze past that right shoulder? Inhale, we'll come all the way back through center. Exhale, we'll send our gaze past that left shoulder. Inhale, we'll come all the way back through center. Now, can we work to rise up onto the right fingertips and then onto the left? Inhale, can we press through the tops of the feet, maybe lifting the thighs all the way up, upward facing down. As we exhale, we're going to send our hips all the way back towards the heels. Child's pose. Keeping those fingertips grounded, the palms lifted. Inhale, we're going to tuck the tailbone under, slowly begin to round ourselves forward. We're going to sink those hips all the way down, wrapping those shoulders down in the back in space, sending the gaze up as we inhale. Exhale. Sending those hips all the way back towards the heels. Inhale, we round forward. Exhale, the hips drop down. Inhale, we send our gaze up. Now this time as we exhale, can we start to bend those elbows? We're slowly gonna lower all the way down onto our belly. Now can we start to point through our toes, releasing the tops of the feet down to the earth, starting to fire up through those legs. Can we lift the shins, the feet off of the earth, and then we're gonna begin to lift the hands to hover. Really squeezing through our posterior chain, lifting the chest, the head, and the shoulders a little bit higher, holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Can we lower all the way back down to the earth? Now we're gonna release those hands, interlacing the palms behind our seat. Can we start to stretch the hands back? Starting to lift through the legs one more time, pointing those toes. Head lifts, shoulders lift, and the chest lifts. Can we lift a little bit higher? Squeezing here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll slowly lower all the way back down, planting those hands by the low ribs, keeping those knees grounded. We're gonna push ourselves all the way back up through our tabletop position, finding a stack of the shoulders on top of the wrists, the hips directly on tops of the knees. As we inhale, we're gonna start to dip the belly down, pulling that chest all the way through the shoulders, sending the gaze up nice and high, finding our cow spine. Now, as we exhale, can we start to tuck the tailbone under? Rounding through the low back, the mid back, the upper back, and then letting the chin come down towards the chest, finding our cat spine. Starting every movement from the base of the spine, from the tailbone. Inhale. Head up, gaze up, we arch. Exhale, we round, creating more space between the blades of the shoulders on the back, driving through the palms, driving through the shins. Inhale, we open. Exhale, we round. Working 2 more rounds just like that, nice and slow. Inhale, we arch. Exhale, we round. Now as we come back through center, taking a deep breath in, can we open that right arm all the way up towards the ceiling? As we exhale, we're gonna thread that needle, right arm slides all the way under the left, that right shoulder, right ear, come all the way down to the earth. We can place a little bit more pressure through the top of that right hand, allowing that stretch to deepen through that right shoulder. Option to stay just where you are, or as we inhale, we can begin to extend that left arm all the way up towards the ceiling, and as we exhale, we can bend that left elbow, reaching the back of the palm for the front of the right hip crease. Wrapping that left shoulder back in space, rotating through the spine. Inhale, we're going to extend that left arm all the way back up. Exhale, left hand plants underneath that left shoulder. Inhale, we're going to open that right arm all the way back up towards the sky. Exhale, that right hand's going to plant underneath that right shoulder. Inhale, we'll work to the other side. Left arm opens up. Exhale, we thread the needle, left arm slides all the way under the right. That left shoulder, left ear, left cheek come down to the earth, placing a little bit more pressure through the back of that left palm. Option to stay here, or as we inhale, we can open that right arm all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, right elbow bends, the back of that right hand reaching for the front of the left hip crease, wrapping that right shoulder open in space. Inhale, we're going to extend that right arm up. Exhale, right hand plants under that right shoulder. Inhale, can we peel that left arm all the way back up? Exhale, left hand's gonna come all the way back down to the earth. We're gonna tuck those toes under. We're gonna send those hips all the way up and back. Downward facing dog. Sending energy through the heels, lifting those hips nice and high, pressing the chest back towards the tops of the thighs. Can we let that head just hang heavy in space, maybe shifting it side to side?
Up and down. Now as we inhale, we're going to start to round forwards, coming through high plank. As we exhale, we're going to start to bend those knees, arching the spine, sending the hips back towards the heels. And we're going to lift those hips all the way back up, downward facing dog. Right away, rising through our down dog, we're going to round forwards, creating these nice spinal waves, bending those knees, creating a little arch through the spine as we send the hips back towards the heels. And lifting those hips all the way up and back, downward facing dog, rounding forwards. High plank. Knees bend, spine arches, hips towards the heels. Press those hips all the way up and back, downward facing dog. One more time, round forwards. Knees bend, arch the spine, hips towards the heels. Lift those hips all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, we rise high up on those tippy toes. Can we begin to take little steps forward, walking the feet towards the hands at the top of the mat. Once we arrive, we're going to release those hands to opposite elbows, allowing a slight bend through the knees, letting that torso just drape over the thighs, inviting a gentle sway from side to side, the head, neck, and shoulders hang heavy in space. Coming back through center, can we release the palms down to the earth, bending into that left knee, lengthening through that right hamstring. Inhale, we're going to open that right arm all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, right hand's going to cartwheel all the way down, right knee bends. Inhale, left arm opens up. Exhale, left hand comes back down to the earth one more time through the right. Exhale, we close one more time through the left. Inhale. And exhale, knees bent, tailbone tucks under. We're going to slowly begin to round ourselves all the way up to stand, one vertebra at a time, arriving all the way at the top of the mat, standing in our mountain pose. Inhale, we're going to lift the hands, lift the gaze, maybe sending the hips forward, arching the spine ever so slightly. Exhale, we're going to round forwards, fold it down. Inhale, palms to shins, halfway left, reaching through the crown of the head. Exhale, we're going to plant the palms. We're going to step the knees all the way back to our tabletop position. We're going to cross the ankles. We're going to roll back over those shins. We're going to extend those legs long. And we're going to make our way all the way down onto our back, pulling the knees in towards the chest right away. Starting to rock from side to side, massaging out that low back. And can we begin to pull the knees apart from one another, drawing these egg beater circles, stirring the femur bones around through the hips. And can we take those circles back the other direction? Finding one more nice, big, and juicy circle. We'll pull both of the knees back in towards the chest. We're going to keep hold of that right shin. We're going to extend that left leg long. Deep breath in. As we exhale, can we cross that right knee all the way over towards the left side of our space, opening that right arm nice and long, keeping that right shoulder grounded down towards the earth, sending the gaze past the right fingertips. Can we stay active through that left leg, firming up through the thigh, keeping the left toes pointed, allowing ourselves to twist a little bit deeper. As we inhale, we'll work to make our way all the way back through center, guiding both knees in towards the chest, giving yourself a nice big squeeze. Then we're going to release that right leg long, keeping a hold of that left knee. Deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to cross that left knee over towards the right. That left arm extends nice and long, keeping that left shoulder grounded down towards the earth, gazing past those left fingertips. Can we stay active through the right thigh, pointing the toes, allowing us to sink a little bit deeper into our twist. that next breath in, we'll slowly make our way all the way back through center, pulling both knees in towards the chest. Can we release the hands back behind the hamstrings? We're gonna start to rock up and down the spine, really just massaging out this back. We're gonna take 5 rolls, working up and down the spine. 3 or 4. And on this 5th roll, can we work to cross the ankles? We're gonna roll over the shins, and we're gonna come to land in our hero's pose. Sitting onto the shins. We're gonna work to bring those hands to heart center, taking a deep breath in. As we exhale, can we interlace the palms, slowly begin to drive the hands away as we tuck the chin down towards the chest, rounding through the upper back. And as we inhale, we're gonna work to extend those palms all the way up, creating a slight arch through the spine, sending the gaze up. Exhale, chin into the chest, rounding through that upper back. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we round. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, we round. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we'll come all the way back through center. Hands to the heart. Deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. Awesome, thank you so much for practice. Once again, my name is Brendan. I hope this alleviates any of the pain in the back you may be feeling. Please feel free to run through this class multiple times or whenever you may need it, using it as a partner for any other class or just anything throughout the day. Once again, my name is Brendan. Thank you for practicing with me. I hope you have a great day. Namaste.